I'm Silverwolf, by the way. You probably know me because I'm on YouTube. And I'm putting this video up today, which is completely not the normal time that I put up a video. But I have to share this with you guys. It was first seen, well, I believe first seen. This is where I got the thing, as you can see, Crayfurbs on Tumblr, and I will put the link in the description of this video so you can see for yourself. Also, give them a follow as well. They're a Furby fan Tumblr, and they seem pretty fun. I gave them a follow. So, yeah, so basically, this has leaked today. It's not for definite a 2023 Furby prototype. It is suspected to be one, so this is not set in stone, and I want to say that right now. It is just a possibility that this might be a prototype for a Furby that will get released later this year. It's a possibility. It's very exciting if it is, but still, it's just rumour. So anyway, so Crayfurbs wrote on their Tumblr. I will read this for members of my subscribers who are partially sighted. Hello Furby friends. So perhaps the biggest break in Furby in almost that past 7 years, which is wild to think about, but a prototype for a new line of Furbies leaked this morning on eBay around 8 AM CST, which is Central Standard Time in America. Again, this is wild, but it shows renewed interest from Hasbro in the Furby line. But first a general description, so below are the photos. So you can see here little photos of the inner workings of this Furby. And this is, I think this is what they do when they test them. They have all the circuit boards and everything out of the Furby and for testing and that, so you can make adjustments. So as you can see, the bottom of the Furby there, you can see it's got feet, and it looks very much like they might move. As you can see, they look rubbery, and they have these sort of little like hinges on them, so they might possibly move. And at the back of the Furby, there's the wires coming out. I really like also the ears. You'll see in a minute. The ears are transparent with just sort of fluff around them. This is the front of the Furby. It looks a lot like a Furbling. It also looks very cute. A lot of people are saying it's a bit too cute, but once again, this design is very much in line with today's toy trends, and that is what they're looking to sort of do, obviously. It's got a heart-shaped gem on its head, which kind of reminds me of the Magic Mixie that I unboxed recently. The beak does not look like it moves. I'm going to go through all of this now as we go down the description. It looks like it's moulded in. The eyes may open and close, the ears may move. You can see it's got little hearts down here at the base of its ears as well. The fur colour is quite pretty. I like the sort of blue and purple. There it is again. You can see a top sort of view there showing its mane. And again, these cute little sort of transparent ears. It's quite, to me, I quite like it. It is very cute. But, you know, when you grew up with the 90s Furbies and things like that, I think they might be trying to move away from the whole nightmare fuel. But isn't that what makes Furbies fun? You know, the kind of unpredictableness of them. So here is the picture of it with the all the innards out. And there's another one there, another view of it there. It's got very, very sparkly rainbow coloured eyes to add to the cuteness. And you can see each of these little things here. Each of these has like a label on it, which shows what each wire does. So this Furby is an early run electronics prototype. These can be very close to the final design, with the cosmetic proto being handed over for electronic prototyping. The wires, as far as I can read, are as follows. Motor, IR encoder, microphone, left ear LED, right ear LED, back cap, front cap, SW and an LED, spear, mouth switch, and neutral. So it looks like the ears might light up, which is probably why they're that transparent plastic. Which again, I like that. That's pretty nifty, you know. Some people won't. Some people like, you know, they like the Furbies to be sort of more natural, and I get that because they were originally supposed to be like a little creature that was from somewhere else. So all this fantastical bright colours and everything, it's not to everyone's cup of tea. But with all these long Furbies and things that have been coming out recently, more and more people are kind of making designs and what have you that are more kind of customizing them, more kind of like sparkly and things like that. But Furby customizing has been going on for years. I remember in the early 2000s when I was first sort of around on the internet, people customized them back then and gave them different coloured eyes and fur and everything like that, the 90s ones. And they've been making these sparkly Furbies for years. So again, audience kind of like them. So Emo's talking to me in the background. Right, so to go on, so it appears that they're going somewhat functionally similar to a 1998. This is also shown in the fact they're using the original generation 1998 logo on the bottom. If we go back up there. Yeah, there you go. I haven't got a 1998 box to hand, but there you go. And maybe perhaps going back to their roots. But again, the Furby itself is quite small. It looks a bit like a Furbling, but I believe the prototypes for the Furby Connects were also small. So they'll probably do this in a larger scale. Maybe they've just done a smaller one to save on materials. So the board also reads 5th of the 5th of 2022. So it's for sure recent. So that's last year, last May. Further into the cosmetics, it appears to be similar to their Fuzzalots brand. There's a Fuzzalot and there's a Furby. Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, a Fuzzalot does kind of look a little bit like a Furby because it's got that sort of mouth. I'm not really familiar with them, but yeah, it could be. It seems that that's the direction they're going in, which to me, the Tumblr user, is disappointing. So what adds to the story is the fact that Hasbro was alerted shortly after the listing and were very interested, showing the first public interest directly in the Furby brand in years. So I don't know who alerted Hasbro. I don't think it was this Tumblr person or who it was, but this is the conversation. So basically, someone messaged Hasbro. It looks like it's on Twitter, and they do like an automatic message back. They're asking for the UPC code from the packaging or product item. Looks similar to this, which is hashtag A1234. So they linked to the eBay listing for this Furby prototype. It's listed on eBay as a Furby prototype, says the person. So Hasbro writes back, "Thanks for sharing this with us. We've escalated this to the appropriate area of business for further investigation. Have a fun day." The eBay listing was then struck down less than an hour later. So there you go, ended. You can see there they had it at $1,300. Also with the listing, it was originally on auction for $50. When relisted. It says when relisted. March 30th, 2023. It ended. I don't know when the original listing went up. Oh, there you go. Same day. So I'm not sure if they first of all put it up at $50 and then decided to put the price up to over $1,000 or what. Anyway, it was listed in California, and I think Hasbro is located in California. So the person then ended up with, "So overall today has been a very interesting look into Hasbro playing around with a more modern Furby. Just observing the similarities to Fuzzalots. If this Furby is released, it will retail for around $10 to $15, which I think is a good price point. However, I think that fans will prefer a more direct homage to 1998s. For those of you in the same boat as me, I think the best we can hope for is Hasbro having gone in a different direction. And with Hasbro pushing their toy appearance back, I suspect we will see an announcement in mid-September, which would be just in time for the 25th anniversary. I will try my best to attend the toy fair in person or online, and I'll keep you guys updated." So, yeah, give this person on Tumblr a follow. I will link to this particular post in the description of this video, and you can give them a follow and keep an eye on what they're posting. So there you go. So a possible Furby prototype for a new run of Furbies just in time for the anniversary. Hopefully it will become a thing and I will do videos on them, and it's nice to see Hasbro once again showing interest in the Furby franchise, because I tell you what, there's a lot of us fans out there and we have all been begging them for another Furby, and we also want, I think what most of us want is something that perhaps goes back to its roots. So like the 98 Furbies, but a little bit modernised. I've seen so much feedback on all of the different types of Furbies. Everyone's got a favourite. Some people say the app ones work better. Some people say the regular ones work better. There's so many different opinions on Furby. So my final words about this is I'm excited. I hope this becomes a reality. However it is, really you can't really go by appearances alone. Yes, it is very cutesy, but I'm quite excited, to be fair, because there's elements of this particular design that I really, really like and that are kind of my aesthetic. And I know that Furby came around in the 90s, but he's got kind of 80s colour fur, and that makes me excited, along with those transparent ears that may possibly light up different colours, which also is quite, to me, quite exciting. But the only sad thing is I really, really hope that the beak moves and it's not just a voice inside it, because if it doesn't move, that's just going to be disappointing, because all the Furbies like move and talk, you know. So yeah, if it's kind of more like a Furbling, then not quite as good, but we'll see. Only time will tell, and I will keep all of you updated if I find out any more news or any more updates or information on this throughout this year, and we'll see where it goes. So, what are your opinions on this new prototype? Do you think it would work? Do you like the design? Are you excited too? Do you think it's fake? It could be. We don't know. A few people on the Facebook group have said they think it's fake. We just don't know. So like I said, only time will tell. And if it was fake, maybe that's why Hasbro took it off eBay, because clearly they contacted the seller or something and got the listing removed. Either that, or it's someone who works for the company who was trying to sell one of their prototypes. Perhaps they weren't allowed to. I don't know. Anyway, if you want to see more Furby videos, please feel free to check out the boxes down below. As always, you can also check out my Etsy New Monday. I make custom plushies and take commissions, including Furbies. Or you can buy me a coffee on Ko-fi if you enjoy what I do. All the tips help. And that's all for today. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep being awesome. This is Silver signing off.